Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast.
Hey guys, in today's episode, we have a very special one. We are interviewing none other than Erik Linder. Just to give a brief introduction, Erik and I used to dance with each other for 12 years. He's been dancing since he was 4 years old, has been massively successful in the United States and internationally as well. And thankfully, we're able to do this because we have obviously ended our partnership on good terms and are able to just like support each other and be friends like we have been our entire partnership. So we thought it would be a great idea to just interview him today for you guys. So, Erik, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The first question we have for you is very general. We just want to know, how has COVID changed your life in the past year, especially with dance?
I would say number one, I grew my hair very long, which I never have been able to do. So always having competition. So I have like the extremely long surfer slash trucker hair right now. Yeah. So I'm holding that on until I gotta compete again, then I'll take it off. But I figured why not? It's like now or never.
Mm-hmm.
So besides that, I mean, it's been as good as it could be. I mean, of course, the beginning was rough, not being able to go anywhere, but they're changing, and we're still practicing and dancing. It's difficult to stay motivated, but we're making it work as much as we can.
Good.
Uh, Quick question, just to
Yeah.
uh add along. What is one way that you benefited from the whole pandemic?
Honestly, I felt I benefited a lot in my dancing because we had right before the pandemic was like we did all of the major comps. We did international, Dutch Open, like lots of stuff, camps, NYDF camp. We did like 12 lessons that camp. And I was like, I felt I was at a very good point in the dancing, but I felt also like my body was giving up on me. Like I needed a break. But we had
Okay.
Utah coming up, and I was like, okay, still got to push through this competition. So I felt like I was in great shape, but I felt I needed a break, and it was almost perfect timing in a way. It
That-
lasted longer than I expected, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yes. I think we all can agree with that.
yeah.
Well, that's good. Yes. Um, Next question is, well, if you don't know, you guys know, Erik does have a business. He sells bracelets. He hand makes bracelets. Uh, my question is, how did you get the idea of starting that business?
So that was a few years ago. Someone asked me because I always wear bracelets and stuff, and someone asked me like, where did you get them? Like, what brand is it? Oh, it's not a brand. I just make them. It's like, oh, make me some. I'm like, okay, sure. I made some for him, and then like another person asked the same question, and then they said, why don't you make your own brand? I'm like, okay, I guess that would work. So that was the initial start to not just making it for myself, it was for other people. And it kind of took off from there. So yeah, that's as
Interesting.
far as the bracelet stuff.
All right, the next question we
Yeah.
have is pertaining to that.
Mhm.
Um, do you feel like having that business and starting it and going through that whole process affected your life and or your dancing in any way?
Um, I would say yes. It changes your perception of just like the time involved and management involved with anything because you're not just for yourself, you're being responsible. Okay, I have like 15 people that I need to get a product to,
Mhm.
and I only have a certain amount of time in a day. So I even like now I'm not doing much of it just because like I didn't have time. Like it was either okay, we'd be at the studio, then we'd come home and have to do like 30 bracelets in a night, which yeah, is great, but unless you have people doing it for you, it's not ideal to do by yourself. So that's even why I started during the quarantine. I started doing filmmaking and photography. So I never had the time or the money to do that just because of dance. So I used that like break to learn a new craft, and I've enjoyed that, and I've really used that as like my new kind of side business. So that's also another project I've been doing.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah. Uh, just to follow up,
Yeah.
would you advise other people to start their own business?
Um, I would say if you're passionate about it, definitely.
Okay.
But if you're not, then it's not worth it. Because I would say it's your product or what you're doing, it's only as good as you believe, only as good as how much effort you're going to put into it.
Right.
So
Fair enough.
if you kind of like it, it's not going to be very successful. But if you really push for it and you would do it even if the money wasn't there, that's how you know it'll be successful.
Okay. Ricky, would you like to hit us with the last question?
The last question is kind of like two parts. You can answer
Mhm.
one or you can answer both. And it's, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? And then also, where do you see yourself like 10 years from now in your life, dancing, whatever?
Or where would you like to see yourself?
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, where would you like to be in 10 years?
Yes.
That's a good question. For me, it's hard to say where I would like to see myself because I kind of feel like I'm on a journey in a way. So I don't like to create too much of a like picture because that way if anything goes different, then you're not very satisfied. So I kind of, as far as a goal, I mean, like anybody, I want to have freedom to do what I want whenever I want, as far as financial freedom. And as far as dancing, it's the same type of thing. Like, I would love to just be able to dance where I want, whenever I want, and not worry or stress about other people's thoughts or opinions. I mean, that's the ultimate goal. So,
Mhm. So you definitely see yourself dancing 10 years
yeah,
from
I
now.
mean, I've always had moments when I've lost interest, but never to a point where I felt like I'm not going to continue to dance,
Or at
even
least,
if there are no competitions.
yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have reached that point, especially right now with the whole quarantine where they lost the interest.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes. Well,
Mhm.
thank
I
you.
love my question.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, go ahead. Yes,
yeah.
yes, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I feel like some people they lost the motivation because there's no one to compete against.
Yes.
So I had that for a period of time, but I feel like I'm not finished with like my dancing and my what I could do. So I don't want to finish early. That's my thing. I kind of want to go, and I feel okay, that's my limit. Then I'm gonna end. But until I feel like I'm close to that, then I don't want to finish dancing. So,
Yes. Ricky, you said you had a question?
Yes, I have two things. One is
Okay.
completely off topic. I
okay.
was talking to my mom on the phone today and she wanted to say hi to
Oh,
you.
hello.
And the other question that I did think of was, I have this thing where I always remember people's birthday. Eric, you know this about me, of course. Your birthday is coming up on May 25th, and you're going to be 21. So,
Yes.
obviously, in America, that means lots of different things. But if we kind of keep it specifically to dancing,
Yeah.
the next competition, obviously, you're not going to be able to do under 21, which I know, like, because of the whole
Yeah.
pandemic and everything, you haven't really been able to dance under 21 so much, and you're going to be full on like 10 dancing amateur. And my question is, how do
Yeah.
you feel about that?
Honestly, I'm kind of happy in a way because if we were planning and hoping to do very well at Blackpool for under 21, which is great, but it's like you push so much, you might have good results for that, and then the next year you're back at the beginning. You got to build your way up. So in a way, I'm happy that I don't have to deal with that, and I can just go straight into the like big league, I guess you would say.
Just
So
like not having any
yeah,
There's no pressure.
It's more like, okay, get that out of the way. I'm going to continue. Even like we could compete after my birthday for what you have like the grace period. It's like a month. Is like you could still do it, but I'm not going to. I'm like, all right, if I'm already 21, there's no point in trying to win like under 21 competition. Like I'd rather just go right away. So
Well, Alex has turned 21 during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we're in the same boat. Literally for
Yeah.
3 years, I wanted to dance under 21 Blackpool, and every single year
Mhm.
something has happened that we couldn't dance. And I'm like,
Exactly,
I've just given up at this point.
yeah, it's like, all right, okay, whatever. It's not meant to be. I'll move on.
Exactly.
Yes.
But yeah, that's all the questions that we had for you today. We're very, very happy that you could join us. And
Yes.
really enjoyed talking with you.
Yes.
You guys too.
Guys, if you're still listening, you're still with us. You're amazing. We love you. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.